Alrighty, and welcome to another episode of the Primer Podcast. My name is William.
And this is Davis, and we're back at the Galaxie Studio, man. Good to be back here.
Good to be back. Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, this must be like 85 degrees today.
Yeah, well, it's not too bad.
It feels like 85 degrees today.
Okay. Okay, but I'm sure for some people would be wishing
they were at 85.
At 85,
right.
you know.
Out there.
Another hour or two, start getting some shade, start getting the offshore breeze.
Rough life.
Yeah. But rough life in that 85 degrees. You walked right past it, but started prepping the house, the sun side of the house.
Yeah?
Started prepping for paint, man.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Okay.
I noticed the oil and the oil filters next to the hose out there, though, on the side.
Okay, well, it was before that. Well, that's all that stuff in the bucket there.
Yeah. Look at you. Caulk gun and scrapers and... Yeah. The gigantic 8-in-1 scraper, which I only know of one use for.
No, there's...
It's called an 8-in-1, but I only know of one.
Okay, what's the one?
Well, you scrape with that side.
Okay, well, that's one.
That's the straight. What's with the curve?
That's
half circle.
That's for cleaning out rollers.
Rollers.
Like paint rollers.
Oh, you run it this way?
Yeah.
Perpendicular?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I never do that.
Well, I mean, they usually get tossed.
Yeah.
That's another one. That's for the curved with a point, is for getting in, getting into stuff,
Oh.
Scraping in tight spots.
Yeah, that's true. Mine usually has a straight there, so it's like a 45. I scrape with that in. What's with the circle here, the teardrop?
That's for pulling nails.
Hey.
It doesn't work very well.
No, it's pretty thin.
It's got to have a pretty big head on it.
Yeah.
So it won't pull out finished nails.
No finishing nail on that one.
On the side, see where it's flat? Not the pointed side, but the flat side.
Yeah, this side.
That could be used for a screwdriver. That will also pry up paint cans.
Oh, okay. I've done that then. Okay. Right on, man.
And then
two for $8.
And then the backside, on the backside of the handle, the good ones will have a metal back. Mm-hmm. You can use that as a hammer, but for punching down paint cans.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm sure that's probably at least 7 out of the 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Oh, and then it could also be used as a putty knife.
Oh, well, of course.
It's not very flexible.
No.
But if you're troweling something on.
Okay, so what's missing here is the bottle opener towards the back.
You know what? I mentioned that a couple weeks ago. It's like, where's the bottle opener on this thing?
Just like your 39-cent bottle opener here that's also the paint can opener. I mean, I have a barbecue boss, which is like a big spatula, and in the center of it, where, a spatula, there's like nothing. Great big square hole there to open up a bottle. So...
But
that's what that needs, man. So you could call it a 9-in-1.
There we go. Not the painter's drink or anything.
But what do you do when you watch paint dry?
Exactly.
Pop a top.
Yep. But that 8-in-1 tool at work, that's essentially my back pocket all day long.
Sure.
When I'm getting ready for work, I put the iPod in my right back pocket and grab the painter's tool, put it in the left, just because. They're just so handy. Use it all the time.
So you're going to be doing some housework then, huh?
Yep.
You're going to paint it yourself?
Uh-huh.
Oh, man.
I'm just going to hit one side at a time, one section at a time. Right now I'm hitting the bad stuff before it gets worse.
Oh, yeah.
We got it painted, I want to say about 6 years ago.
Has it been that long already?
Yeah.
Wow.
So the sun side with the heavy damage, get that before it gets too bad. Because right now it's just, a little bit of MD ready patch, some buffing it up, little silicone, and that's the bad side, So the other areas will go on, pretty easy with a weenie roller and a brush, and just pretty much touch it up, without spending, a couple thousand, have someone come out and shoot it like we did before. And since I paint all the time at work, it's that's all I've been doing for a couple of weeks now, is just like essentially paint. It's like, well, why am I going to pay someone to do what I do all day long? So
there you go.
Also picked up a new canvas tarp.
What's the tarp for?
Well, the drop cloth.
Oh. Got
to go with the canvas. The plastic just sucks.
Oh yeah, man.
It's a little slip and slide.
Yeah. Canvas is good for like throwing over like plants and stuff, maybe, but
and covering up the concrete.
Yeah, but yeah.
But it also like it absorbs it a little bit, and so it will actually dry. Where if it's on plastic, then you walk on it. Then after you dripped it, and then you step on it all over the place. Canvas, way to go. So I didn't see what car you drove over here.
I drove the wife's car over here today.
Oh, I was afraid of that.
Why are you afraid of that?
Well, what's going on with the Mustang?
I finally got a Mustang. Boy, I tell you, man.
Okay, let back it up a little bit. Start from the beginning.
It's 2011.
Oh.
It's December. I'm got my week off from work. Got problems with the brakes. Do a little inspection on it. Realized that the master cylinder was leaking from the push rod. The boot that's inside. Yeah, it's right inside the firewall.
The one that goes from the pedal through the firewall into the back of the.
So it was basically leaking inside the car. That's why I noticed that. I was like, what is this fluid that's hitting my steering column and getting on the carpet? I mean, not like drastic, but just enough to where it's like, hey, why is that discolored? Just get under there. It's like, wow, that's the master cylinder. And then, so I replaced the master cylinder.
You couldn't just replace the seal?
I mean, as far as the push rod?
Yeah.
Rebuild it?
Well, no. I mean, where it was leaking, was there a seal there?
I don't know. It was old.
Okay, well.
I had that replaced probably about 10, 11 years ago.
Okay, so. And master cylinder for that wouldn't be all that much, so.
No, it was like $35. So.
Seems reasonable.
Got a coat of paint, painted it so it wouldn't rust. And then I put it back in. And then the stoplight switch wouldn't work because the push rod hole where it hits the pedal and the bracket,
right?
And it had become, instead of a circle, it became more of an egg shape.
Oh,
it was that worn.
Okay,
so
it worked itself
out. So the stoplight switch was now not worn and equal with the push rod on the master cylinder. So I had to go back and replace that and spend another $8, $9 on that. So I have a new master cylinder, a new stoplight switch, and all the world is nice. So
okay.
And then what happens when you replace something? You end up something else is
something else in the system,
right? So
because it all worked itself together,
right?
Over the past 10, 11 years.
Yeah, and it's non-working condition of working with itself, it worked. So, but then I had issues with the backing plates that were worn, with the brake shoes were hanging up, and so I welded those
up. Yeah, I remember you saying you
right
welded, put a little bit more meat on there,
which worked. My welding skills suck, but anyway, so I got that fixed. Still had issues with the brakes, readjusted them, and then I noticed the fronts were hanging. So there was a drag. You could hear it go around, kind of.
And you've got drums in the front?
Drums in the front, drums in the rear. Dual reservoir system. So that's when I took it in And I said, I got problems with this brake system.
And this was like 2 weeks ago?
This is like 3 weeks ago.
Okay, well, it's close.
Yeah. So I took it to a place over here in Long Beach that works with a lot of Mustangs, and sure, we can fix that. I gotta listen to this guy who tells me he said, quote, I'm a master mechanic. I will find the problem.
Okay, thank you, sir. Find the problem.
All right, awesome. So, I left the car at 7. I made a 7:30 a.m. appointment. I called like 3 days ahead of time and dropped the car off at 7:30 a.m. Sure, we'll take a look at it, describe the problem. I had a problem with the front, and then I had a problem with the
backing
back.
plates.
I still thought it was an issue with the backing plates. We'll take a look at it, no problem. Hear nothing until 2:30. Yeah, Dave, we're a little behind. We're not going to get to your car today.
And this is your daily driver.
Right. So,
Need it for work on Monday.
For daily driver, right. I forget what day of the week it was, but so then I said, all right, so now I got to make plans to work around that. So I got no car. But what's the point of having an appointment if no one's going to do anything with it? If you made an appointment 3 days ahead of time. I mean, it's like going to the dentist, and you get there, and the guy just finally comes out after 5 hours of you waiting and says, sorry, dude, we're all out of fluoride, man. Can't help you today. My hygienist isn't here today. He can't take x-rays, What are we going to do? So, you just kind of say, okay, all right, and you roll with it.
Because there's not much you can do.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do, really, So
I mean, going in and barking about it isn't going to make it happen.
My frustration level is pretty high with these brakes, too, though. I've had it to the point where I'm taking it in.
Yeah, and then, master mechanic, I'll take care of it. No problem.
Right, okay. Just find the problem. So, let's see, so I go pick up the car. I think it was 2 days later. Go back, pick up the car. Clicking noise is fine. Oh, you know what? They didn't mess with the front yet. 3 days go by. They get this noise at the back again. So I call them up. I say, I got this problem. Yeah, okay, no problem. Bring it in. Bring it in on Monday morning. No, Monday night, so they can have it first thing Tuesday morning. Okay, yeah, we'll take a look at that. Don't hear anything until about, let's see this case. So I drop it off Monday night.
Let's see, closing time would be about 5, so probably about 4?
I think it was about 3 o'clock following day. Yeah. I'm shorthanded today. All right. Oh, we'll get it on first thing tomorrow. Okay. Wednesday comes. Get a call. Yeah, I hear a noise there. We're going to do an inspection on the brakes. Great. Later Wednesday. We noticed that a couple of these rear lines have been replaced. I said, yes. I replaced one of them probably about 4 months ago. The left rear went out, put in a line. He's like, well, it's got the loop is too tall. It kind of goes on the axle.
Right.
And he said, well, it could be causing you to have a hang-up. And I said, okay. He said, the other thing we noticed, too, is
it's
that...
hydraulic. And a little bit extra hose it was hardline, right?
Hardline.
That's not going to matter.
I didn't think it would matter. So, I still don't think it matters, really. But then he said, your distribution valve is off because they hooked up the wiring in front of the master cylinder on the distribution block, and the red brake warning light came on. And I said, well, I wasn't aware of that. And he said, okay. I said, well, then you're going to have to bleed the system and get that centralized. Okay, he says, yep, exactly. We'll take care of that. We'll do that. Okay.
And that's the proportioning valve type
It's a
of thing?
distribution valve, not so much a proportioning valve. I think proportioning valve has to do with pressure. This one has to do with making sure that when you hit the pedal, that the fluid is equalized in the front and the rear system. So when they're a little off, which means either the fronts come on quicker or the rears come on quicker than the opposite system.
Okay.
So I said, okay. And then he calls me back and he said, we got problems with this distribution valve. This thing, we bled this thing 3 times. And you're supposed to get it centralized, you're supposed to open up one of the bleeder valves, you know, and basically push the fluid through the system, right? Like what we did.
Mm-hmm.
And it's supposed to centralize, and then you're supposed to maybe go to the front and try to do it. And I already knew that this car's brakes suck, dude. Just always a fight. So I said, 3 times, huh? He's like, we bled it 3 times, it won't move.
Cha-ching, cha-ching,
And
cha-ching.
he said, well, we can take it off. He said, and manually get in there and center it, and then put it back in, and then redo the whole system. I'm like, well, you got to do it, man. And then he said, your front brake drums, whoever turned them too fast. Which means instead of doing a slow pass from the inside out, they went too quick. So, like a lathe, you know, it's supposed to, in a slow automated speed, it's supposed to turn slow, and then,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's supposed to be a constant drag. That means it's
To
less
true it
out
up.
of round. It's more true. So apparently the drums were out of round, and those are newer drums, which I purchased last year. So
Yeah, 'cause I remember when you got those turned. That wasn't that long ago.
it was a little over a year ago.
Okay, but still, it was,
Yeah. And I don't know. So I'm like, how do drums get really out of round? But and then he said, you've got cracked front brake shoes, which I knew. And he said, hoses are fine. But he said, to get the system centralized, you still got issues with the back. Let's take care of the fronts. We get the system centralized, turn the drums, put on new brake shoes. And he said, your hardware's old. The springs.
okay. Well,
So I said, okay.
that's $6-8 maybe.
Well, it's not what I paid him, but yeah.
Right. Okay, but I mean, new hardware.
Yeah, so it's like, all right, let's get this squared away.
Which goes back to
But, you know,
a few weeks ago. It's like always change that hardware.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, when
so
you're doing
it's like
brakes.
I hadn't done that. I couldn't remember. So I said, okay. And then, but, okay, it took me a week to get this car back, though, dude.
Luckily, you've got someone you can carpool with.
Yeah, exactly. But a week to do front brakes? A
No,
week, dude.
I hear you. That's bad.
You know, on Friday I'm hearing, hey, man, yeah, we'll make it good for you on Monday, dude. I'll make it good, you know. I'll help you out. I'm like, okay. So you're just kind of like,
Okay, so are the brakes fixed?
so yeah, I go pick up the car. I said, so the issue with the clicking in the back. He says, yeah, that's the suspension. I go, no, it's not.
No, because a Ford Mustang suspension squeaks. It doesn't click.
I go, every time I'm hitting the brakes, it's clicking, man. He's like, that's the suspension. I had my mechanic look at it. I go, where's your mechanic, dude? So he goes and grabs this guy, and he's like, okay, let's go for a ride. And I said, you drive. Because I got half a block from here, and I can hear it. And I said, you didn't fix it. He's like, no, it's suspension. It's your front saddle perch. I go, no, dude. So I had his mechanic drive down the street going 3 miles an hour. I go, hit the brakes, dude. Open the door and stick your head out and look back towards the rear wheel. And he did. He goes, yeah, it's coming from the rear. I said, okay, so you didn't fix it then. That's driveline problem and or suspension. So I took it back. I said, you didn't fix it. He said, well, who? This was the. He said, okay. So he said, and see, I had the other issue though was who put on the rear wheel cylinders before. And I said, another guy over here up by me in North Long Beach. He said, well, you got one that's seeping, which means. He said, I could touch it, but I don't want to because if you has had it done between the time I did the master cylinder and I had the front brakes done,
And the
I had a problem with I had a problem. That's when they discovered the backing plates. They said, you got a problem with the backing plates here. We can't fix it because we don't have a welder. He basically wouldn't touch it. But they replaced the wheel cylinder. So they said, that should still be under warranty. Take the car back. They should replace it. And then see what the issue is with the clicking noise in the back. But he says, it's your front. It's your suspension somewhere, your drivetrain. So I took the car back last week, and sure enough, I was there waiting. Right rear wheel cylinder seeping, left rear was fine. So they replaced that.
okay, good.
Told them the issue. He said, another mechanic there, really sharp guy. He said, I heard your noise. He said, it could be brakes, but I doubt it because they were checking. I was standing there with him, and I was moving it. I was moving the shoes back and forth, going back and forth because they have to pivot.
Mm-hmm.
He said, that's probably not it. That's not it. It's you got an issue with your drive line because I could sit here and just accelerate, and you can hear it clunking just enough on the rear end. And I said, okay, could be a possible U-joint? He said, yeah. When was the last time I replaced those? And I said,
Never.
no, I had
Well,
those
okay,
replaced.
I mean,
I'm talking over 10 years.
right. Well, that's what I mean by
And then
never.
he said, do you ever grease them? And I said, I've never greased U-joints in my life.
Well, some U-joints have the Zerk fitting and some don't.
Okay, but I had no idea. So he said, so we had it up on the lift, and he's checking. He said the front one ain't too happy because I do know if you can usually hear that when you're just in the driveway, just kind of going frontwards and backwards. If you hear a good click, and it's usually, or you get a vibration when you're actually driving. So I said, all right, he's like, that's the cheapest thing to do. Start there. We'll replace the U-joints.
That's what I say. Always start with the cheapest and easiest part of the system. Yeah, not that U-joints are... Okay, U-joints are cheap. Doing them by yourself not always that easy.
No, they're...
it's... dead blow hammer and... it's physical labor, but I mean, compared to dropping the pumpkin...
Right.
It's...
No, that's more in depth.
Right.
So
U-joints are...
U-joints are in. There is a noticeable difference. He said you're still getting some noise out of the rear end. I said, well, rear axle bearings were replaced, I don't know, probably 3 years ago. I'd have to look it up. So he said it's probably not that. Anything on the internals with the pinion or the ring gear? I said, never had that done. How many miles on the car? 309,000. Oh. So it's like, well, he's like, we could do an inspection on it, change the oil, obviously, and go from there. I said, well, if you're going to open it up and look at it, I said, I'm going to be prepared to, spend some money. I said, it isn't going to happen today, man. So, but yeah.
So essentially, you're looking at a new or a rebuilt rear end.
Maybe. I'm buying time.
Okay,
now.
worst case scenario.
Yeah. Which is the same issue I'm having with the Ranchero.
The 67 Ranchero.
The 67 Ranchero. I took that out. I put some rear gear lube in it. It was a little low. So I put some oil in it, backed it out, drove it just in front of my street, man. Clunk, 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 clunk. I'm like, it's over, Johnny. It's so over. Maybe. I don't know. My next plan is to jack it up, put it in neutral, block the wheels, and turn the rear wheels and the drive shaft and see if I can pinpoint what it is. Because on the Ranchero, I've never replaced those U-joints either.
Yeah.
So,
but in the big picture, looking on the positive side, it's still better than having a car payment.
Yeah, if you want to call it, $1,200-$1,500.
Okay, but I mean, if that was a car payment at like $400 a month, car payment.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, $400 a month times 12 months, dude. That's
Okay, so you're still in the clear. You're still looking good.
still.
I know it
looking
sucks,
good.
but I mean, if it was a new car,
But here's the thing that this guy told me, who said, "I'm the master.
I'm the
mechanic.
master mechanic.
I'm the master mechanic. I'm gonna solve your problem." I got his partner at the office who says, these cars are old. They can be hard to work on.
No, it's the opposite.
And you look out in the parking lot, there's a 60s Thunderbird, there's a 69 Mustang, there's a 65 Mustang out there. There were 2 Mustangs when I brought the car in the first time. These cars are old and they're hard to work on. That's what I walked out of there with, and I will probably never go back.
See, when I found my mechanic, I was walking by and the owner had a 67 Galaxie all cherried out.
Right.
And I was like, this is my new mechanic.
Right.
Because, I mean,
Well, that's what I was assuming too. It's like, hey, these guys are working on Mustangs all over the place. Like, this shouldn't be any issue at all here.
Well,
No.
that blows, man.
Yeah, it blows.
So,
Yeah.
any more thought into trying to fix it yourself?
Always.
What about
That's the hardest part.
what about yanking out the Ranchero one?
That 9-inch?
Figure out what's doing and what needs to get done.
Well, that's why I'm going to jack it up and get underneath it and turn the wheels.
And then if you can figure out how to do it on the 67 Ranchero, make your mistakes there, and then come back and hit it on the Mustang. Just a thought.
I hear you, man. The more I think about these things, the more it starts to get under my skin.
So what time you been waking up in the mornings?
3?
There we go. I hear you.
3 a.m. Yeah. Can have a full conversation right there. I could take notes.
Yep.
Like a court stenographer, dude.
Well,
So my issue is I still get a little bit of a clicking noise in the back. I'm trying to convince myself it's not the rear brakes, but I do know the fronts don't drag and their drums are perfectly round. Those work flawlessly. But next time, I'm doing it myself, man. I am my own master mechanic, right?
you know your car better than anybody
25 years.
else. Yeah. But brakes kind of suck.
Brakes suck. My car always puts up a fight, man. Always.
I got the truck front brakes dialed in.
How's your oil leak?
Dude,
Is it back?
something's back. Because I haven't been driving it all that much.
Right.
Got it in there with some degreaser, hosed it all down,
Yeah?
warmed it up, moved it, and I've got another puddle. It's not nearly as significant as it was before,
Right.
but
Did you torque those bolts to spec?
you mean like, that feels good? I don't know what the specs are on those. I didn't
You didn't even look it up?
No. I couldn't get a torque wrench in there.
You got to look that up, man.
Okay. Well, I do have another leak. Something else happened. Let's see. It happened a couple days ago. Fired up, and at idle, like when it's cold, I'm starting to get like a whiny noise, like it whines. It's coming out of the engine, like almost like as if you had a balloon and you filled it up a little bit,
Yeah.
and you went beep 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 with it.
Belt?
It sounds more like air, and it's only at idle. Start giving it some gas, and it's no problem. So I did my errands today, brought it home. It's like, okay, I'll look at you in a couple days. I just didn't feel like messing with it.
Vacuum? You didn't pop the hood and
No, I did.
oh, you did.
You know, did the old jiggle the lines and things like that. Nothing obvious. Nothing easy. But still,
Chasing gremlins, man.
yeah. And I still got to do the rear brakes.
Oh, I thought you did that. You haven't done that yet?
No, it's been on the list. You know,
Fronts are more important.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, it's like, you know, when you get home from work, you say, "Oh, I'm gonna tackle rear brakes." You're like,
Nah.
like, is there anything else I can do? Hey, this needs to get fixed over here. Let me tackle this.
Maybe go paint my house.
Yeah. Or at least start prepping.
There you go. That's what painting's all about. It's prep.
Oh yeah. Got to scuff it up, fill in holes. You know, I think I spent $100 just on materials. You know.
Oh, easy.
You know, just to get ready for paint.
Oh yeah.
You know. Still have like 3 gallons, you know, from the last time at least, you know, to start slapping on. But, you know, it's all about the prep work. How'd those cabinets turn out?
My cabinets they turned out pretty good, man. Beginner's luck, a little bit of learning curve. I had to get used to the router. So once I got that figured out, wherever my put my fence 2 5/8 inches away from the line that I need to cut. That's all I need to know. Set the depth first thing, lock it. You're good.
Yep. One of the things I noticed from your photos is your lack of clamps.
Yeah, I'm a little short. Yeah, I'm short on clamps. I could have used some more of those 3-foot bar clamps.
One of the workarounds for that is it's called a caul, but it's essentially a piece of wood.
Yeah.
That if you put the piece of wood between the clamp and what you're clamping, it helps spread the pressure of the clamp out a little bit.
I thought about that too.
That might have helped.
Yeah. I get you.
You know, it's not as critical as far as what you're doing, as far as, you know, putting, you know, like a rabbet joint together. You know, but if you were doing wow, I lost the name of it. But, you know, if you're like surface gluing, you know, if you're making wider panels, you know, it's way more important because that's just got to stay straight.
Okay.
You know, as far as putting calls on. But that was a nice.
Okay.
When I saw that first picture, I'm like, oh, you need a couple clamping claws. And then the next day, I got pictures of like 3 more cabinets. Like, oh, I guess I should have told him.
Yeah, I was on a roll, man.
Well, that's good though.
3 cabinets, you got the microwave in.
That's cool.
So
Did you bring me some dims?
I sure did.
Okay.
Yeah, now I gotta make some face frames. Do some painting, but yeah, face frames next, and then I have some more dims for you for doors.
You know, then you know, make sure that you put your face frames, you know, the top and the bottoms, you know, like on the top, you want the overhang on the inside of the cabinet. But on the bottom, you want the overhang down so that, like, if you put a glass up there, it's flush. Do you know what I mean?
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Okay, now I know what you mean.
Okay.
Right. Right.
So on the top, the face frame hits the ceiling.
Hits the ceiling, and on the
And if there's a little overhang, it's no biggie because.
Right.
But on the bottom, you know, not unless it's like a plate rail or something like that, you know, where you're doing display or something. You want the bottom nice and flush. So like when you're putting your plates or
Right.
your food stuff, it's not hanging up on the face frame.
Right. Gotcha.
And then get your rails and your stiles, and essentially do it in place.
Yeah, I'll have to
Do all
that.
your markings in place.
Uh-huh.
Then take it out.
Because ain't nothing square in that kitchen, man.
Uh-uh.
I got the world's worst walls.
And luckily, I mean, it is paint grade stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, little carpenter's putty.
Yeah, we make some good use of some molding.
A little primer, a little paint
Oh, man.
makes things seem what they ain't.
That's true. It always looks like crap until you paint it.
I got my shirt. I got my shirt the other day from that raffle from the.
Oh, mid 50.
No, it wasn't the mid 50.
Oh.
It was Hornsby,
Oh.
the wooden parts.
Oh, really?
I got my shirt the other day.
Cool.
Sent me a catalog.
Oh, excellent.
And I was looking at tonneau covers for the truck.
Okay.
We saw a couple over at the Sultan's show.
I don't remember.
Well, I just took a couple snapshots.
Yeah.
The company, Googled it, and pretty clean looking. Not too overly done or too custom. For my truck, because I mean, putting on some big fiberglass, brand new looking thing would just be like, ugh, that doesn't look right there.
That cover.
But it locks from the top. I started thinking, it's like, well, if it locks from the top,
Is it like a sectional?
well, they had a butterfly,
Oh, okay.
so you can do side by side or the whole thing at once. Then I started thinking, it's like, well, what about the tailgate? Tailgate doesn't lock.
No,
You can just pop the tailgate, and whatever's back there
right on. Yeah. Help yourself.
turns out, and flipping through this catalog, they do a relocation thing for the latch. So the latch goes on the inside.
Oh, like the Ranchero.
Yeah.
So you can consider that, huh?
I'm thinking about it, but then it's
Really?
well, if I'm going to use it as a work truck,
Okay, I was
if-
just thinking about that. Rather than putting a big Husky diamond plate toolbox in the back.
yeah.
Of course, knowing you probably make your own.
Well, I could do that, but I mean, but it's like, where am I going to put a table saw back there? Random tools where
Right.
you just want to close it up.
And that stuff gets hit hard for theft, man.
So I'm going to start looking into that.
Maybe you get something new and just
What?
spray it with some like semi-gloss black. Kind of not make it so shiny. Not so new and pretty.
New as in like how new?
Like you just like for your 2010 Dodge pickup truck.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying?
No way, man. I'm not paying smog.
No, I'm just saying maybe your locking lid can be
Oh,
make it look like it's older than it really is.
Oh, well, I'd hit it with trim black.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah,
See?
no problem.
Yeah. All right, take all the lame stickers off and stuff, and
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. So,
that's an interesting thought.
got another little etiquette thing.
Oh, here it comes. What do you got?
Actually, it's a good thing. It's the right thing to do. Neighbor back over here is moving. The one I'm going to start surfing with.
Uh huh.
And, it started off with, it was on a Friday. Text, are you in the garage? I'm like, no, but I can be. What's up? Kind of like, I'm thinking he needed to borrow something.
Oh yeah.
Because
Tool rental. Yeah.
Tools help him out. And it came back to like, nah, just a little chat. Like, okay. I'll see you in 5 minutes. And both him and his wife come walking up. His wife's never been back here. I've met her a few times, but
So this is like we got a bet, and you've got to make a decision on what it is,
and then
how it goes down.
And, yeah, I'm like, well, what's up? I'm like, I'm guessing this might involve my truck. And he's like, well, yes, it does. He wanted some help moving. Initially, he just wanted help muscle because they had a truck for last weekend when we were supposed to go to this the shifter show, but we blew it off.
Right.
They had a truck, but during the week, helped him move his table saw, drill press,
Gotcha.
A bunch of and then a motorcycle.
Right.
And if you asked one of your neighbors to help you move stuff in their truck, what would you do? I mean, and they helped you out. What would you do?
All right, I guess I'll help you out.
Okay, spot me with some gas. Perfect. That's what you're supposed to do. If it's a full day moving,
Yeah.
that's pizza and beer.
Right.
If it's just an hour or two,
Right.
pay for the gas.
Okay.
That's the etiquette, man.
Right.
It's the way things are supposed to go.
Okay.
So, the guy did it right. Which
And he's moved.
which we still owe Mark.
We owe Mark some gas.
No,
We owe Mark some
some hard liquor.
some hard liquor and some pizza.
and if he's still moving,
We still that's right. We're in July, man.
yeah, I'm gonna. I
Yeah,
was thinking
toss him an
about it.
email.
Gotta
See if
toss
he
him an
needs
email.
4 hands and a couple extra backs to put in there.
Right. So.
Yeah, get the word on that. Time flies.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll get him a
Speaking of time flies, Ventura's coming up, isn't it?
Labor Day weekend, first weekend of September. Yeah, Ventura looks like it's going down. Fish is bringing us 49 down. We're taking the easy up. I guess we could do some podcasting out there.
If we sell the Ranchero, we'll get a new digital recorder.
Okay, man. Yeah. First guy who shows up with $2,900 is yours. I'll write off that title off, and the quicker you can say it's mine.
Let's see. Next weekend we've got
The Bixby Knolls
Big Knoll.
Car Show and Dragster Fest.
which I don't know about you. I've driven by it several times, but I've actually never.
I've never actually been through there because something always comes up.
Yeah, so we'll hit that. Seemed like we've got a fair amount of new users, so hit us up on Facebook. Click that like button. We get a couple more. We can actually look at like the analytics and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't flood you with stuff. Maybe once a week, maybe twice. Stuff coming up. But we need some shows coming up. So
August the 4th, man.
okay, well, August the 4th.
91 Car Show.
No, not well. Is it the 91 Car Show?
I believe it's a 91 Car Show.
Okay,
It's a
it's the
Chevy-
same location, but it's a Chevy specific show.
Yeah, it's a Chevy specific show for what is it, like pre 73 Chevys.
So we're gonna do our best to hit it out there again and do an
On location podcast.
There we go.
Then we get some power and hook it up and see what we can drum up and who we can talk to,
And hopefully we don't lose power in the middle of an interview,
like we did last time.
which
Hey, it happens.
it happens. Really wish we could have posted the interview up with Diane from mid-50s, but it just really just didn't happen. She was such a good sport about it. She didn't want to do it, and then she just opened up. It was a good interview, and then it just it wasn't there.
Our digital world wasn't pulling it off.
So we need to reassess our equipment as far as live podcast stuff, so that maybe we're not so dependent on power. But hey, we've been doing this on the cheap since day one.
Over a year.
Yeah.
All right, man. That's all I got.
Any other shows coming up?
I got nothing else. Well, I'll have to do some more digging for August.
Yeah, we missed the high performance swap meet today.
Oh, darn.
My boss called me up today.
Did he go out there?
Well, no, he called me up and it's like, uh-oh. Because I was afraid, like, something was broken or, like, emergency or something. He's all, yeah, William, I'm over by the Long Beach airport. I'm seeing, some signs that say car show. Figured you'd know what's up. And I'm like, no. But I'll call you back. It's like,
Back.
start, get on the internet. It's like, oh, it's the high performance swap meet.
There you go.
I called them back. It's like, yeah, they're probably shutting down. It's more swap rather than car stuff.
Right. That's a great swap meet, though.
It is, but I mean, if you're looking, like in the car show area,
Right.
Those are guys that want the preferred parking and don't mind spending $15, so they don't have to walk, or their cars for sale. It's not really like it's not a show.
No.
Which, speaking of shows, did you, what did we miss last week?
I don't know. What did we miss, man?
Well, we missed the 20th anniversary. Was it the Shifters?
Oh, yeah.
Did you do any follow-up on that?
Well, a lot of last-minute pulling some strings, trying to get something solidified, and I just got yeah, we can hook you up, no problem. Well, come on out.
Okay, no, but I mean, as far as was it a good show?
I didn't
did
do
you
any
see
follow-up on
pictures?
that. I kind of wanted to, but by the time I get home and jump on the ham to look for it, the time's gone, man. I forgot about it.
No, I hear you. That's why I'm asking, because I forgot about it too.
I totally forgot about it, So I'm sure it was a good show, and I'm sure everybody had a great time. But it's like, it just, I haven't done any research on what we missed. So all we can say is next time, man.
Okay. Speaking of next time, next time should be next weekend.
Maybe, hopefully.
The Dragster show. Then I'm out of town for a week. Going up to Washington, which there's a new automotive museum that opened up in the area. I don't know much about it. I just quickly looked at the links. So a lot of British and old stuff that looked like it was on exhibit. So I'll see what I can record while I'm up there.
Sounds interesting. Speaking of British, what's with their bike, man? What's going on?
It's on the list. It's on the list.
Oh, it's right. Your brakes, rear brakes.
Yeah, I got to get the rear brake light switch working.
Otherwise, it works, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to crank it over. I was thinking about it today. And it's like, Davis is coming over. He's going to ask me about it.
I'm going to ask you about that bike, man.
Should I fire it up or should I start sanding? Because, I want to get some paint up next Saturday. So if I can get up on the ladder for an hour or so, each day after work this week, I can paint that wall. And then on top of it, because I'm going up to Washington, I'm going to be helping my buddy out with a bunch of projects up there.
Oh, I bet he's got a list for you.
Oh, yeah. Well, he bought a farm. I mean, technically his property is a farm.
That list doesn't end.
But then we're also playing music at night. So for the past week, I'm trying to, give myself a good half hour of, guitar practice, to get my chops back up, because, you go up there and it's like, oh man, I haven't played I haven't played since the last time I was up here. But then it's like well, you knew you were coming up. You could have practiced, so, I'm trying to put 20 to 30 minutes in, trying to get that back, time and money. That's what I'm just. We'll end it. We'll end it with that. Time and money.
Every project has a coat of primer, William.
There we go. So, toss us an email, primerpodcast@gmail.com. Hit us up on Facebook, all that usual stuff. Thanks for listening. And until next time, my name's William.
And this is Davis.
And don't skimp on that primer.
Right on.